So, welcome to day 6 of the Pat on the Back challenge. Hopefully, by now, if you weren't already good at acknowledging your achievements, you've started to flex that muscle. There is research that shows on average it takes about 66 days to form a new habit, so keep at it. I've talked a bit about how there are some people who are very good at acknowledging other people's shortcomings, and it strikes me that some people are good at acknowledging their own achievements but not the achievements of others. I suspect that is related to a fragile ego, insecurities. Some people are good at acknowledging other people's achievements but not so good at acknowledging their own achievements. As I've mentioned already, I think that's related to low self-esteem. And then there are other people who are good at acknowledging their own achievements and the achievements of others. And I believe that this is related to high self-esteem. I remember having a conversation with a head teacher, and we were talking about leadership and what it means to be a good leader. And one of the things that she said was that, the leaders that actually acknowledge people's achievements and say to them, you did a great job, are few and far between. I've heard the term of, instead of catching people doing something wrong, catch people doing something right. And I agreed with her. And I think there's a massive value in giving people genuine, not false, but genuine positive feedback. And I think this creates a win-win situation. They feel good, and we actually feel good for doing it. I remember working on a summer camp in the kitchens, and if we did a bad job, we were told in no uncertain terms. And we had a discussion about what was expected and how we were going to achieve that. However, when we had done a good job, we were also told about that. And I remember it to this day, even though it was sort of 30 years ago. And what I suggest to you is when you give someone positive feedback, or when you've received positive feedback, maybe the other person doesn't realise what impact it's having. So consider that, it's powerful. People remember it often for years afterwards. So your challenge, as I've mentioned before, is to acknowledge at least one thing you've done in the last 24 hours that you can give yourself a pat on the back for. Write it down or leave a comment below, and I will just share a few more ideas with you in the last session tomorrow.